Good evening, friends. Hi, this is Ankit, one of the co-founders of Dialogues, and we're bringing another session of an open dialogue series where we talk to talented individuals and we talk about their journey in the field of their passion. And joining us this evening is a very talented doodle artist. Her name is Garima. So, hi, Garima. How are you?
I'm good, Ankit.
So Garima, just a brief introduction about Garima. I think so. She has 9 years of work experience in communication design. She has worked with various companies and in various cities of India as well. And so she loves doodle art, has some other hobbies as well. So today we'll have just a very casual kind of chit chat about her passion, what she does, and why she does it, how she started, and let's just get started. So yeah, thanks for joining us tonight, Garima. Thanks for giving us the time. So yeah,
Thanks for the invite. And like, who doesn't love to talk, and especially when they're in a lockdown, actually.
I agree. I think my friends have been saying कि यार तू इतनी बात कैसे करने लग गया. So whenever they call there कि half an hour we are talking, and usually generally friends में होता था, it was like 5 minute call. Okay, hi, how are you? कैसा चल रहा है? सब बढ़िया. Okay. Now you are talking
Yeah.
about anything and everything.
Now there is a lot of introspection going on around people
Yeah.
and how they are
Yeah.
feeling. So it is more about the feelings talking as well. And now that you are not traveling or going out during the weekend, you have ample amount of time even to engage in those kind of conversations, is what I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get started with and let's talk about you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you've done, why you've done it?
Sure. So I'll start like since the beginning of it. Like when I was a child, obviously you go to school and you have some kind of other hobbies that you kind of engage yourself in.
Yeah.
Some kids go out and play more, or they will hang out with their friends, or there would be tuition, some extra curricular activity.
Mm.
In my case, both of my parents were working, and
Okay.
after coming to my back from school, it was basically like that I'll spend a lot of time with my elder siblings, and they both were into arts and craft. They
Okay.
used to do something or help me out at me in different kind of homework, which was again related to art. So there I kind of developed the interest, and from there on it is like every time when you have a free time, and as kid you have loads of free time. Now I can say it easily. So I used to kind of sit and work on those kind of artworks.
So you are the
Initially when
youngest
you're
sibling. Sorry to cut.
I so we are actually five siblings, and I am on
Wow.
the fourth one. I have three
Okay.
elder siblings actually, yeah, and they are quite elder to me.
Okay. So you were
Yeah.
pampered by your siblings.
I think so. I believe so. Though they also made me very competitive because when we used to sit and even play games with my younger elder siblings, it was like full on competition. So hence now it is like if someone bullies me or something like that, even for fun's sake, I'm all used to it. So I think
Okay.
thanks to my elder siblings for that. So I think it all started from there, and gradually when you do something and people around you start appreciating you. So initially it was my relatives, then my friends' parents, my teachers, and so you get a little vibe that okay, you are doing something good, and hence a lot of people are appreciating you for that.
Mm.
Then because I told you, like my parents were working and their job was little hectic, it will be more than 8 hours sometimes during a day. And I as a kid only got to know that okay, a job is a very serious thing, it is not to be taken for granted. And if I have to spend so much time on doing something, why not try to choose or pick something that I really enjoy?
Nice.
And
Yeah.
so it was the starting of the thought. And I think that time I was in class 8. Then I was aiming that I'll finish my 12th and go for a design course
Yeah.
in that, or a bachelor's in design. And I did the same. From then onwards it is like from one job to another, but the story behind it is like seeing my parents struggling parents working so much, I was too scared that if I have to do something that I don't like, I am not going to go well with that particular thought.
So there was never a pressure. मतलब generally होता है ना कि पहले just do engineering and then figure out what you want to do in life.
So I think here also my siblings play a bigger role because
Okay.
वो सारा torture उनके ऊपर हो चुका था. So till the time like my higher studies was there into play, my parents also didn't force me much because my
Okay.
elder siblings would have already had all those talks that why to do engineering and things like that. And that's where help that somebody put the base and then kind of you develop over it. So
Yeah.
those conversations were pretty easy for me. My parents didn't force me to do anything else apart from design. They just were little because again from my family no one was into design background, so
Okay.
they didn't know the scope of it,
Mhm.
but they were sure that after trying it out maybe I'll figure out something, and if not, obviously everyone says that if it doesn't happen for a year or two, maybe you plan some backup or things like that.
Yeah.
But for me it was like never turning back, so I think I was lucky in that case.
Nice. And you said you mentioned one thing like you wanted to get into design, but then because there was no background in the family or maybe close friends and all, the scope wasn't known. So
Yeah.
if you could just briefly tell, matlab, if someone does want to pursue design or maybe art for that matter, matlab, what is the scope? What is that they can
Got
look?
it. So currently, like even design, like it has a lot of subfield also. Like there are many categories into it. A person can become an animator, they can go into video editing, a graphic
Okay.
designer, a illustrator, product designer, and a lot more. So
Okay.
depending upon the first initial, like whatever bachelor's you are doing,
Mhm.
that course definitely expose you to many more of these subtopics.
Yeah.
And within that, like a lot of people know that what they will end up choosing.
Mhm.
And right now I think it's ample amount of work even related to design,
Yeah.
and especially like when we see product design or communication design, like
Uh-huh.
everything these days are now app friendly or mobile friendly, and for those you need a either app, and whether even if you're running a art community or a dialogues cafe, you want to promote your thing, so you
Yeah.
want to communicate out there.
Yeah.
So I would say that there is good amount of opportunities out there. Then again it is more on like which opportunity is more better. Like
Yeah.
obviously metro cities have a lot more opportunities,
Hmm.
whereas tier 2 cities still the design domain is building up.
Okay.
There are lesser opportunities,
Hmm.
so yeah, it is a mix of both.
Makes sense. And how do you manage doing a full-time job
Mhm.
and as well following your passion and teaching stuff and maybe just
Yeah.
time कैसे निकालते
So I think I can either call myself a workaholic, but
हो?
I'm
Okay.
not. I kind of try to find time for everything. And I think here, like what works better or best for me is if you are little organized and if you're efficient with your time, like if you note down things and get things done, if you're not looking for a 3 day or 4 day break in order to do something that you like,
Hmm.
so it is more about regularity. Like with
Yeah.
suppose if I want to conduct a workshop, and like how I reached you guys, right, for conducting workshops. So it is
Yeah.
like I know that the first step will be writing a mail, then only I can send it to people. So
Hmm.
I'll write the mail in the time that I'll get, and then after writing the mail, you know that you have to attach your artwork so that people can see your work.
Yeah.
So the next thing would be collating the artworks which I want to do. So I kind of break down tasks into smaller chunks, and whenever I find time in between that, I kind of keep pushing it. And so is with even learning, like learning new things, or
Yeah.
um, right now most of my weekends are going into workshop because I'm not traveling, so I have a lot of time. But
Hmm.
even like before or even after this point, it will be like you kind of dedicate a day for giving workshop, dedicate a
Yeah.
day for learning new things, and maybe so on and so forth. So the simple keyword that I would like to tell people is like, if you're a little organized, like for everything because I don't want to give so much load to my mind, I keep keep adding everything on my Google Calendar sheet, so that I constantly keep getting reminders that I have to reply to this mail, or somebody will call me, so I have to be available during that point of time. So it really helps there. It really helps that I don't miss out many things that I plan of doing.
And with this lockdown and work from home, has the workload actually increased, or is it the same? I hope no one from your office is watching, but
Even if they are watching, I think so I was in Paytm, particularly I was working in travel domain, and hence like travel is badly affected. So initially it was like we were figuring it out that how we are going to utilize the bandwidth of the people who were working with travel. And I think it was a week or two time, and then initially still the ongoing projects were going on. So we kind of were trying to wrap it up. Then there was a phase where we picked up few visionary projects and started working on that, thinking that maybe after a month or two travel will be back to normal. But now after the realization that it is going to take some more time than expected. So as Paytm have many other vertical, I have started working with another vertical which is small, and then with so in this, like with the new transition and meeting new team members and kind of trying to get things done, so it has become a little chaotic, and we are trying to solve it day by day. So I won't say that with the lockdown the work has reduced. I think each company is trying to figure out a new way to work around it, be it working from home or collaborating with your teammates, or still like kind of every follow-up for everything. Now you have to make a call, because you cannot just turn and ask the people that, hey, what you are working upon. So I think those are the things, and they definitely take time to kind of, in order to make that new process a new normal. So we all are working on the same.
It's either you call or you message and then wait for a reply. And
exactly. It's not like even for a chai break, when you and your colleague is going down, you can have a kind of discussion over work. It is either you are making that call or dropping a message and kind of waiting for it. And you have seen all those memes on Zoom already. So that, are you able to hear me kind of stuff? So yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's get back to art. And let's talk about doodling. So you talked about how you got into design and how you went to the design school and how you're implementing that in your professional life as well. But then when did doodling come in?
So I roughly believe that I always used to sketch, so that is there. But this form of doodling, I think, if I have to take a call, that consciously when I decided, there was a time when like I was working in Delhi and I was staying in Dwarka, because you know Delhi really well, right? So I was staying in Dwarka and I have to go till Lakshmi Nagar, which is like almost 1.5 hours journey one way. So I think from the metro journey it started, because I used to have a lot of time while I'm traveling to and fro from office. And then I used to carry this sketchbook, and I used to just scribble. And it initially started with a mix of both, that you create some icons, some objects, write some messages. It was mostly about, sometime in Delhi, like I had a hard time following up with the internet provider also, because if once the internet is gone, like I have to continuously call them for 2-3 days back in I think 2012 and 11. So so it was a huge pain. So I created a few doodle around expressing that frustration. Then there was a time when it was too hot in Delhi, and I kind of drew a doodle which was about like how irritating is summer. I think so roughly this specific art form, I would say I started in 2011. And then the more you do, the more you kind of get into it better.
But then was it like consciously, like you followed someone, did some course around it, or was it just because you knew how to sketch and then slowly and slowly you progressed?
I think even when you know how to sketch, a lot of people, like when they start sketching, it's just basically you are imitating things. You see a portrait, and then as a kid, you will start drawing that portrait.
Hmm.
And then with doodling, a lot of things happens in a way that you have a thought and you just want to scribble it out. So
Hmm.
it is more of imagination. And then even with the basic shape, even with stick figure, if you are able to communicate that idea, that is done, like that's a good artwork.
Okay.
So I think it was more of, initially it was a self initiative that
Yeah.
I am trying to do and see. Then you start following and seeing other people's work who are in that field, who are
Yeah.
doing good. So I remember, like I don't remember the designer's name, but there is a book called Sketchnoting,
Okay.
and that book is all about like how you, when you are in a lecture or a kind of watching a workshop or something like that, how you can draw those key points rather than writing notes, like how you can create a few sketch around it and write in short, so that to make it more visually interesting.
Yeah.
So I think the first thing that I clearly remember was that once I started drawing and seeing other people's work also around, I read that book, and that was really enlightening in the way like how easily they explain something like
Yeah.
concept. And then it was like, okay, it is so simple, then like obviously I can improve upon it. Initially it was on pen and paper, then you also figure out like if you want to create something digitally, what softwares you can use, how to get it done quickly,
Oh,
and
yeah.
from there I think it's building upon.
Hmm.
And once you are comfortable with it, you kind of try and figure out like what tricks and tips you can kind of acquire to get it
Yeah.
done quickly. So I think it was a process for me.
Fair enough. And how easy, like, uh, people see doodle art as something, oh, I have to imagine something, I have to draw and imagine at the same time. I'm not good at sketching. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
anything. So how easy or how difficult it is for someone to get started with doodling?
Okay, so I'm going to present something,
Yeah.
and then while I'm talking, I'll show that how easy it is. So, uh, just like the software has nothing to do with it, but I'll just tell how to draw. So, suppose if I have a concept, like if I just want to say hi to you, and because I've been drawing things time and again, or this character multiple times, so
Mhm.
see, I'm talking and I'm trying to draw. So it's
Yeah.
that fairly simple. But if I have to break it down, so
Yeah.
what a person needs to know is if they can draw a triangle, if they can draw a circle, if they can draw a square and a line, then
Yeah.
you can create many things possible. And to kind of elaborate upon it, so suppose these are the few shapes, and
Yeah.
that you learn even when you are schooling, right? For even your maths class, your teacher asks you to draw all this. So taking these basic shapes only, like if I have to create a pencil, so I draw a rectangle, I make a line, I make a triangle, and I fill the triangle. So that is
Wow.
basically roughly a pencil. If I have to make multiple pages, so this is a rectangle, then another rectangle and a few lines. This looks like something is
Yeah.
written on the page as well, and so on and so forth. So I'll not break down anything. It is just like a ice cream cone with a
Yeah.
triangle and two circles, and then you, if you want, you can draw a fan too with a circle, a few triangle, few lines, a semicircle, maybe a rectangle and a triangle. And if you
Wow.
want the fan to look like it is in motion, so just add a few lines, and it will give an impact that maybe the fan is also
Okay.
moving. So it's
Nice.
fairly simple, and one need not to be an artist actually to do it. And the more you do, the more comfortable you feel, and the more experimental you can be. So I never add, most of the time I don't add nose in the character, I don't add ears
Oh
in the
yeah, I
character.
didn't notice.
Yeah. And sometime, like if I am making it something quick where I just want the face to be focused, so I never make neck, hands, nothing like that. So there is no rule to it.
Yeah.
And you kind of always play around it and create anything that you like. it is just like how when you see kids drawing, no, like how
Yeah.
when they play, they kind of create family, they kind of create aliens, and they do whatever, they
Yeah.
just give you an impression that they are trying to draw an animal or something like that. I think it is similar, just that you build upon the same thing time and again.
Wow. So there you go for whoever is watching right now.
Yeah,
In
I
case
would
you
say.
wanted a few quick tips and tricks, uh, there you go.
I
She's
think I'm
doing
just writing. It's all about the basics.
it. It's थोड़ा सा miss हो गया spelling, but
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, for all the people who are watching, and as Garima has already mentioned, and I've mentioned as well. So doodling is something anyone can take up, and I guess people should take up, because even while you're even traveling in a metro or waiting in traffic or whatever, it's very easy, because you just need a notebook and a pen and you can start practicing and doodling. And Garima does take for now online sessions, and I think one of the sessions is coming up coming weekend with Dialogues. I think it's on Sunday,
Yeah, I
and
think it's happening on 16th. Yeah.
it's on 16th, and it's an advanced doodling. It's like a longer kind of a thing. It's for a full
Yeah,
day.
so what we are doing is this time that we will tell the basics also to people so
Yeah.
that they can get kick started. But these days everything is digital, right? You
Mhm.
instantly want to draw something and you also want to share and you want to be quick with it. So what we did is we have planned in such a way that we will tell about the basics, how you can doodle on a paper and pencil.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, which is another 2 hours, what we are doing is that we are telling people that how they can transform same artwork into digital form. And
Oh,
here we will talk about a software which I was using currently,
yeah.
which is Adobe Illustrator. So
Okay.
that is a add-on that you can create, and it will be like a fine quality also to be shareable.
Nice. Yeah. So it's a full day thing where we'll do after breakfast 2 hours, then we'll have a lunch break, and then after lunch we'll go for another 2 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, it will be a fun session, and it goes from basics and to some advanced techniques of doodling as well. So Garima, I remember when we were talking, I think that was 2 weeks ago. उसके बाद
Yeah,
मेरा
then it
internet
rained, then the
internet went.
broadband thing
Yeah.
happened. I remember.
You did mention that doodling is not the only hobby or the only passion. I think
Hmm.
there are a few other things that you do during your free time, which includes reading as well, and travel obviously is not happening nowadays. But yeah, reading and some gardening, etc. So yeah, do tell us about those hobbies.
Okay, so I think again, all the influences in my life, the first and foremost people to inspire me were my elder siblings. I
Yeah.
cannot deny that. So we used to watch a lot of National Geographic,
Okay.
Discovery, and see all these places, and hence, like it was all about that. Okay, there are so many things to go out and explore, and hence,
Mm.
like once you started earning, you want to go out and travel. Same is the case with gardening because my parents are into it, my elder siblings are into it. I have seen plants around me while growing up. So now that I have my own house, I think that is something that I really do a
Okay.
lot. And reading is something because sometimes you want to be at peace and you want to just have something to hold on, and something which can increase your knowledge is obviously by no doubt is something that one should surely explore.
Yeah.
So these are the reasons behind these, and I will show like how these things are actually helping me out. So just a second. I think, are you able to see my Instagram screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So so even like watching Netflix, which is everyone's hobbies these days. So I have seen like if you will see where I am pointing my
Correct.
cursor, like this is a character from Ozarks, and I was watching Ozarks, and I really like the character, and hence a doodle for that. Everyone might have seen Money Heist, and he's professor from that, and then I have made Nairobi, another character from Money
Nice.
Heist as
Yeah.
well, and gardening. So all these recent posts, if you'll see, they are inspired from a few blogs that a few profile on Instagram that I was following. And I stumbled upon few images that I really liked. Sometimes for inspiration, like even how to arrange your plants. I don't know, people who are not in gardening or who doesn't do it might find it weird, but sometimes people also go and check out references that how I can arrange my plants and how they can look good. So while I was doing that, I stumbled upon a few images and I really liked it, so I wanted to turn into illustrations. So
nice.
These are the things. Then apart from giving workshop, I like attending workshops. So like these are the things which are called sketch notes, and I did it for ADI. ADI is a design community, and while I was attending and collaborating with them, whatever the speakers were saying, I was like kind of sketch noting it. For travel, since the lockdown started, I think because I can't travel, I started watching a lot of documentaries and travel videos again. And there was something on Hotstar, and it talked about the highest post office in India, and it was Hikkim. And there is a postmaster who is working there. His name is Richan Chering, and he's there from a long time, and he's very famous. Every traveler will go and have a photo with him. So I thought, like, why don't I make that into an illustration? So this is a result of that. And then in February, I kind of planned a trip which got cancelled, obviously. And that trip was for Vietnam. And since I was planning the trip, I started again following different profiles and pages on Instagram to kind of see like how the place is actually like and which place we should add in our itinerary. And after the lockdown started, and obviously the plan was cancelled, but one day I saw some post again which was from Vietnam, and I was like, now that I cannot go, at least I can draw Vietnam. And I thought, okay, maybe I should give it a try, and this was one such thing. This is a vendor in Vietnam, and a lot of photos have this beautiful bright walls. This one was yellow, and that inspiration came from there. And many such things. I think this is from Patal Lok. If you have seen the series or not?
I've seen Patal Lok.
Okay. Acha, this is not clear. I think this is the main character, Hathoda Tyagi, and it is more in a video kind of format. Yeah. So
problem क्या है ना कि इतने सारे सीरीज देख लिए हैं अब लॉकडाउन में
that you won't even remember which character is from where. And this is a recent one. And who doesn't like to have a hot cup of tea in rain?
That's true.
So I kind of make it as well.
You're in Bangalore, right? अभी वहाँ पे तो बारिशें चल रही हैं.
हाँ, it is very
terrible in Delhi अभी तो. But yeah, so you're trying to keep your hobbies alive and combining them with doodle arts. So are you doodling more nowadays compared to what you used to 4 months ago?
No, the time has similar for us. Like Monday to Friday, it is 8 to 9 hours of office.
Yeah.
I just try to do as much as possible. Like some days will be like 3-4 days gone by and you have not created anything.
Yeah.
But I think the only thing common is that I remind myself that okay, I'm not drawn from like I'm not doing any drawing for a few days. So let me figure out some time. So then I'll cancel. Maybe I'll not watch one series and kind of sit and do it. Because after a hectic work day, you just eat and watch something and maybe sleep off. So less or more I cannot say. Actually, it is for me it is similar, and I draw a lot even in regular days, even before lockdown.
Yeah. So you briefly did mention, so just changing topic a little bit here, you briefly mentioned something around communities, and as an artist how you had to plan and send emails and then collect materials and everything. So how important as an artist, how important you feel, or what is the role of a community in helping artists?
So I would say that first of all, if anyone is into art or any kind of creative field,
Yeah,
they will never be happy with their current learning. They want to kind of always keep on learning something, keep on doing new things and things
yeah,
like that. And then once you start with a full time, or even when you're freelancing in a way, not some side project, but freelancing to support your livelihood, you
okay,
know that a larger chunk of your time will go even in that work,
yeah,
and sometimes finding that work and doing that work, then even in learning. And apart from client work or office work, you want to create your own artwork. So there are many things that you have already filled your bucket with. And on top of it, these days, if you want to learn marketing, if you want to, like, for anything, like for me, if I want to conduct a workshop, I cannot just put a post on my Instagram and be assured that there would be people who will register. And I think there the communities are playing really important role, because they have people who focuses on marketing,
mm,
or even like slightest thing like creating a Zoom link, sending emails to other participants. Things like that definitely take time. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or an hour.
yeah,
And then I really like the consistency of it. Like whenever I'm collaborating with those communities and they have been doing the same thing time and over again with artists, they kind of understand it. So for me, like if I am kind of collaborating with a community and they understand my timing, that hey, I cannot be available during a weekday, I'll be
yeah,
available during a weekend. And so all these pieces which really makes me feel happy about collaborating with different kind of communities, even with Dialogue Cafe, that if I ping something, I get a reply. If like somebody is, because a lot of time what happens that if there is a registration link, like people will come and ask me where, hey, where I will find this detail, or I'm having this problem.
yeah,
And I might get free late in the evening, but whenever I see any such messages from the participants, I
yeah,
immediately update the communities. And I really like how they quickly take responses and kind of get things sorted. And yeah, the best part is there is no follow up for me. Like I am very
yeah,
happy about that part, because normally if you're doing something and if you have to do so much follow up, you feel like, okay, I only should pick it and get it done. So here, like I don't have to learn marketing part, which is a huge savior,
yeah,
which might not even add much to the profile that I am into.
yeah,
And the part that they are even the communities are really supporting artists by sharing their work, no matter how many participants you get for the workshop. But at least the communities have a built audience who are able to see the kind of artwork that I'm doing, and any kind of appreciation. Like if somebody personally messages me even a line, like I really feel good as an artist. It doesn't matter that how many times I have heard something good about the
yeah,
same, but any new person coming and saying the same thing, it's like a kick of motivation which
exactly.
keeps you kind of going throughout. So hats off to all the work the communities are putting for people here.
And even you feel ki, so generally in a community, it's not about just one type of art, because there are so many multiple artworks or talented people who are associated within the community. It also gives a chance for people to maybe learn new things
Yeah, exactly.
and get associated with other artists at the same time.
Yeah.
Because what we've seen as well is it's not just new people coming onto the platform. It's existing partners that we have, or the artists that we have onboarded. They also like to attend different
Yeah,
platforms.
exactly. And even like suppose on a Sunday, you have 15, 20 people to talk to. It
Yeah,
is a
that's
delight in its own self,
yeah,
right? Because it's not just a transactional connection that you are forming. Like some of the people who have attended the workshop still talks with me about certain things, different
yeah,
topic. And then you might find a friend also who will stay there for a really long time with you, or again different people. So some of the artists really wrote me because they have seen something on different community pages, and
yeah,
from there we will have talk, and you never know like with whom you will really connect well. So that's a really valid point, and I'm seeing that happening as well.
Nice. And let me ask you, generally I keep this for the last question.
Okay.
We've talked about the past, we've talked about the present. Let's now talk about what are your future plans.
Okay. So I think one, I would start with that I definitely want to teach more, like,
Yeah.
because you learn so many things on the go, and every time you learn something you realize that why didn't I find this before, or why didn't somebody else told me, or why I wrote to particular artist and they never reply, like when I
Yeah.
was starting my career. So when you face these kind of situations or you have these kind of moments, you just feel like that if at all you can transfer or tell the same things easily to people, or kind of
Mm.
collate things and tell it in one go, it can be really helpful for other people also who are learning the same art form, or who wants to take those kind of transition in their career.
Yeah.
So definitely I'm looking forward to take more workshops, even like there are certain talks going around that even for guest lectures in different kind of design colleges. So that is
Wow.
another opportunity that I'm even focusing on. And then learning is the key, like I just want to keep learning and improving my work, no matter like how much you study before or how many years of experience you have. You always have certain artists that you really admire,
Yeah.
and you just kind of try to improve your work day by day in that direction. Then because I doodle and do all these things and I really like reading, so one dream project is doing kids book, kids
Okay.
illustrated storybook.
Nice.
And few thoughts are there, and I would probably develop it further. And obviously different kind of clients, and even if like if the corporate journey is smooth, then
Yeah.
continuing with the corporate as well, because these are all the options. You can
Yeah.
always keep exploring new things and see what is working for you. So yeah, these are a
And
few things.
how long is your Vietnam trip postponed now?
We cancelled it
Acha,
actually.
cancel है, postpone नहीं हुआ.
We cancelled it entirely because we knew that the situation is not going. We thought about it initially that
Mm.
if not Feb, will May or March or April end will be suitable. Then we were a little dicey, and then we cancelled it. We thought that okay, whenever we are going to do it, we'll
Yeah.
plan it again. Obviously, safety is foremost. Yeah. And
Nice.
Feb was very initial. We were not predicting this kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's lucky that we did it in that
Mm.
way.
Cool. So yeah, and yeah, very nice chatting with you, by the way. And it was nice to actually hear your story about how you started, how your siblings helped you out, set up the base at least. They take the
Yeah.
pressure, and then you can just breeze through. And yeah, and the way you showed how easy it is to get started with doodling, it's just about getting started.
Yeah,
Once
exactly.
you make your mind, you can just get into it. And yeah, just reiterating in case you're wondering, so Garima is taking online classes, and all throughout the month. One of those
Yeah.
is coming up on this Sunday, which is a longish kind of a session, because she'll be covering a lot of things in in one day itself. So yeah, thanks a lot, Garima, again, for giving
Yeah.
us the time. It was
Thank
fun
you so
chat.
much. It is again like always a pleasure to talk with people.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed as well. See you soon then. Maybe
Uh,
some other session.
some other session, and we'll do this again. We'll
Yeah.
talk about some other topic. Maybe we'll talk about the book that you'll be making for
Yeah,
kids.
and even I think one topic that I can suggest you. A lot of people ask me that, hey, I'm into IT background or this
Yeah.
background or that background, and I want to transition from there. So
Okay.
how do I kickstart? Because they even don't have formal bachelor's degree or any
Oh
kind
yeah.
of course. So And because of the same reason, I also wrote a blog about it, and maybe we can
Okay.
talk about in detail sometime later on.
Done.
Yeah.
Next time. Thank you.
Sure.
आपने टॉपिक भी बता दिया, मेरा काम इजी कर दिया.
I think it's so much fun. How do I put it? When you talk to people, the ideas keep coming, and when
Yeah,
you
it's true.
said that there can be many topics, because this is the most asked topic from me, like this is the most
Okay.
asked question that people are asking these days, I thought why not to even elaborate upon this topic.
Done.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you so much. I
Yeah,
think it's
bye,
dinner
Ankit.
time. आपका.
Yeah, and for I think all of us, we have to cook and then eat.
Yeah, true.
So it's a double work.
Chalo then. Take care and stay safe.
Yeah,
And
you too.
let's catch up on this Sunday then. In the
Sure.
workshop.
Bye, take care.
Bye bye.